Welcome to this analysis of Hamilton. I wanted to talk about a lyric that stuck out to me as I've been doing my reactions. I'm a fantasy author. I've been breaking down Hamilton here on the channel, going song by song and just talking about the literary analysis of it as I react to it. But this one's just been haunting me. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Outrun, outlast, hit 'em quick, get out fast, and stay alive.
Why does he do that? So, Chka-Plow, it did not belong. It did not belong. He had to have known it on some level. If you look at how he pumps his fist and pulls back and then shrinks back, he knows what he did. Yeah, look, it's not even like a full Chka-Plow, but like a Chka-Plow. And I just find it fascinating because this musical is too tightly written, too intentional to not have a purpose behind that. So I've been thinking, I've been tossing, I've been turning, I've been just sweating in the middle of the night trying to figure out what this could possibly mean. And I think it would be a mistake to pass this over. There is so much symbolism and meaning packed into language, especially for Hamilton, both the musical and the character. And I think to start, we need to look at the phonetics of the word, the sounds itself. So it's broken up into two subsections. The first subsection is ch, and then k, and then a plow, and it comes together to chka. So I guess that makes one sound, like the sound of a gun cocking, and then plow. And I think that's important to really take in because the sound of a gun cocking is that's structure, that's routine, that's preparation, that's showing to Washington, this person that Hamilton really wants to impress, that he's not just a pretty face with dreamy peach fuzz like Angelica says, but instead he is someone who, yes, he's willing to take action. He's hungry to take action, as we see in the plow that comes after. But the plow doesn't mean anything without the chk to contextualize it. And so the chk, he's communicating there in just a few phonemes that I'm here, I'm ready, I'm willing to take action, and I'm someone who puts a lot of thought into things. It doesn't quite seem like it sometimes, because sometimes I get overexcited, shoot off at the mouth. But I'm someone who's here for you. I'm reliable. I'm here. I'm willing I'm willing to be your instrument. And then the plow shows what's so typical of Hamilton, which is his desire to break through barriers with this explosive momentum and revolutionary energy, where some people, looking at you, Aaron Burr, my favorite character, he rests at the chika, but does not follow through with the plow. And sometimes Hamilton is more plow than chika, but he has both, and that's what he's trying to communicate here. Hamilton is someone who's consistently very aware of his strengths, very aware of his, well, not always aware of his weaknesses, but he knows his strengths, and he's somewhat aware of his weaknesses, and he's communicating here, look, as honest as I can be, when we strip away all language, this is who I am. And I think that really gets to the onomatopoeia, the sound Chka-Plow as a metaphor, where he's not just he's not just making a noise, but he's weaponizing language. He's turning language into a weapon in a way that communicates across languages even, because they're not fighting with other people who speak American, they're fighting with people who speak the Queen's English, and that's something that anyone is going to understand. He's showing, I'm someone who can cross this divide. I'm someone who, other people have bayonets, other people have guns and ships, and sure, we might need those things too, but my words are my weapon. Language is my bayonet. Poetry is my nuclear device. And I feel like he's communicating that here. He's showing, in fact, he says it explicitly earlier, sometimes I get overexcited, shoot off at the mouth. He's literally shooting off at the mouth here, and he's showing his excitement through that, and kind of the self-conscious excitement, but we know he's an agent for change. And it's interesting to me, Hamilton is someone who's known for writing like he's running out of time. He writes and writes and writes, and he is verbose. He is someone who does not necessarily realize when they've been talking too much. Look at Cabinet Battle 1, where he's like, ladies and gentlemen, on this fine day we have this and this and this and this and this, and then the other guy is all like, sit down, the client's innocent. And like that's showing Hamilton when he's at his least healthy, because spoilers for a 200-year-old dead guy, or however long it's been, John Lawrence didn't make it. Whether or not it was karma for shooting Charles Lee, I'll leave up to you. But John Lawrence did not make it. And I think that really destabilized Hamilton. He was grieving. If we look historically at their relationship, you might say it was a little bit closer than they portray in this musical. And he was spiraling, he was hurting, he was in emotional pain and turmoil, and that's when we see him at his most eloquent, his most verbose. But here in Stay Alive with Washington, with the Chka-Plow, he is so brief. He's communicating not only am I here, am I willing, am I ready, but he's saying, I guess he's saying, I'm willing to communicate everything you need me to in just a couple of syllables, just a couple of concepts. And he does it. He distills his entire communication down to the single onomatopoeia. And the timing of it is important too when you think about it. When this is when he's trying to convince Washington, and his words are failing him. His words are failing him, which doesn't happen to Hamilton. So he's showing Chka-Plow is my secret device. This is my secret weapon. When all else fails, I'm the one who's willing to Chka-Plow where no one else is willing to Chka-Plow. And I think that says so much about his character and his ambition and his drive and just his passion for change. There's so much passion behind it. And you kind of see that passion reflected in the percussive nature of it. The ch and p, these things that my microphone are going to hate me making. It's showing he's got this explosive energy. He's, he either just stole cannons or he's gonna steal cannons. And if this isn't tying to that thematically, I don't know how much more obvious it could be. And he's also demonstrating, he's not just capable of speaking with higher ups, but also Chka-Plow, the plow. He's talking he can communicate with farmers too. And sometimes that's what you need to do. You need to be able to communicate with a wide range of people. And so with this noise, Hamilton is saying, I'm here, I'm excited, I'm your tool to use. I'm someone who's structured, but who's passionate. I can get change done. I'm willing to steal cannons. I'm willing to do whatever you need me to. Just point me in the right direction and I'll Chka-Plow wherever you need. And it's, I don't know, it's got this just rawness behind it. This is stuff people always talk about how genius Lin-Manuel Miranda is as a songwriter, but I feel like they pass over moments like this, moments where there's a term in writing coined by, it wasn't Stephen King, Ernest Hemingway. He calls them Chka-Plow moments. So it's effective here, or it's effectively recreating that, which is where you have a character, you want them to show earnest. You want them to show how earnest and sincere they are. So you have them just shout noises, and it's unorthodox. It's raw. It's postmodern, but it's I don't know. It just captures something really profound here that I think it would be a mistake to overlook. And you contrast this to where we typically see Hamilton when he's so composed and so eloquent. And this is just the breaking down of a man to his core, saying, here I am, see me, I'm here to make a change. I've been through so much in my life. He's just been through a lot. And the Chka-Plow, just shows how much he's willing to make change. And there's this power dynamic too, where he's not afraid. Sorry. writing gets to me. He's not afraid of putting himself out there. He's not afraid of this power dynamic. He's willing to disrupt power dynamics, disrupt power structures, if that means he gets to Chka-Plow for the side he believes in. And he does Chka-Plow for the side he believes in, and he's given a chance to. And it's also one of his key weaknesses as a character, where he Chka-Plows too much, arguably. And he Chka-Plows enough that he can't stay with Eliza. He can't let it be enough. He can't be satisfied. He can't say no to this. And he's just a mess. Hamilton Chka-Plows wherever he goes. And it's at this moment where he realizes that, and he's willing to use it. He's willing to use his strengths. And I just think that's so beautiful. Anyway, I don't want to overanalyze. I think at risk of overinterpreting something, I was going to say it also might tie back into Hercules Mulligan going brah brah, but I don't know. I think that was just a sound he made.